Hi everyone, it's Lisa Jane here, and I haven't done one of these live chats for a long time. So this came as an impromptu thing. I don't know how many people we're going to have live, but if you're here, you're welcome to say hello and share a comment. I'm not going to reply to the comments immediately because I want to get out what it is I need to say, but you're more than welcome to say hi and where you're from. My name is Lisa Jane. If you haven't listened to me before, I am otherwise known as the multidimensional mother, and I'm coming to you from my healing room here in Cape Town. Hi, Simone. I put on extra lamps because it is dark now. We're in winter in Cape Town. It's a bit cold, so I've got my heater on, but I'm all cozied in. Oh, Whitney, hello. So excited to have you here. So we've got people from all over the world, hopefully will be listening. And it is so nice to be able to share with you any information that comes through. And without wasting any more of your time, I'm going to step into the topic, because this morning I couldn't get out of bed. And if someone had said to me then, you're going to be speaking tonight, I would have just laughed at you and sent you away, because I really didn't want to speak to anybody. But here we are. And the topic of tonight's talk, and I don't know how long it's going to be, I'm just going to let the guides come through, is shameless power and harnessing the energy of the shadow. Now, there is a lot going on, and those of you that follow my Instagram, Facebook, or are a member of my Patreon community will know that we are riding these huge waves, and we can feel blissfully high on the one day and the next day be struggling with deep, intense issues in our own self. So as a brief introduction to my belief, my philosophy, right? It's not for everybody, but I will share what it is, my belief at this current point in time, is that we are in a process of embodying the soul. What is the soul? The soul is our highest vibration, our highest potential. Whitney, synchronicity. And we can talk about Kundalini rising, right, which might be the first step, the heart opening, to actually saying, yes, I want to spiritually awaken, I want to rise up, and then coming up through the chakras, we connect spiritually. But the real work is embodying that, is going up to collect our soul and then spiraling it down into our physical three-dimensional presence. This is where the work is. This is where we are. And what I've been saying to many is that the deeper you go into that shadow, be it self-loathing, self-hatred, be it just disappointment at why you can't achieve things, be it frustration, a habit that you can't drop, any of those that takes you to a place of judging yourself, beating yourself up, thinking you're not good enough or not worthy enough, are coming up big time, because that gunk, that energetic stuff sits in our lower chakras, in our solar plexus, in our sacral, and our root. And all of that is being asked to be dug out so the soul embodiment can continue down to connect in an anchor into the earth, whether we talk of the new earth or the old earth. And I'm not going to get into that topic today, right? So and of course, in my own experience, I'm a human, right? I'm no guru. I offer you guidance as and when I learn. My own process of self-healing, my own process of connecting with my guides and with experiences with my clients leads me to a place where I suddenly get this big drop in from my guides, and they say, this is what you have to share. So first of all, I want to say to you, you are not alone if you are experiencing heavy mood swings, emotional, lots of anger, possibly rage, and you are certainly not alone if you are experiencing those internally, right? Where you're looking at yourself thinking, oh my God, why can I not get this right? Now, you will also know from my work, if you've watched me before, is that I'm an energy healer, an energetic technician, an energy worker, a translator of the spirit world, whatever it is you want to name me. And one thing I do know is that there is a lot of talk around shadow and shame. You know, in the psychological circles, it's like drop the shame, work with the shadow, and practically not a lot of people understand, well, how do I get there? And this morning, while dealing with my own shadow work, because let's face it, we all have it and it's coming intensely at this point in time, I suddenly realized that in the power of that, right, in the depth and intensity of that feeling, is such energetic power if we can only harness it. Which is why on my Instagram post to advertise this, I spoke about dragon power, right? The dragon energy is very strong. Does this mean that we see mystical dragons flying around? Perhaps. But it is also the power of dragon energy that is fire energy, that is transformation. So when you pull in or tap into that energy of self-retribution, self-judgment, and it begins to feel more powerful than it ever has before, know that you are doing the work. We are sinking into all of our stuff, and we're being asked to scrape out whatever is sitting at the bottom of our barrel in terms of the dirt, of the muck, of the heavy energy. And please, I'm just using these words as descriptors, right? I'm not saying you have any of that, but we are getting to that place. We are looking at how we bring the power of our life force in and anchor it. And actually, we are in a kind of battle at the moment. I hesitate to use the words dark light because I don't like them. We are actually even dealing with an internal battle, because those of you that followed these White Rose teachings from last year in the middle of lockdown, where I got the symbolism in my dream and I was urged to go out there and tell everybody they are responsible. We are individual energetic anchor points. And if you are on the spiritual path, if you are on the self-development path, if you want to heal, you're going to be called more and more and more to work with that aspect that comes up as the shadow, inverted commas, right? And each time it comes up for you, know that you are going deeper and deeper. So every time you go in and it feels a little bit stronger, a little bit ickier, know that actually, okay, I'm moving, I'm shifting, I'm shaking. Because that embodiment of the soul is going to shine a light on that continually, right? So what is it that I wanted to share today? The most important thing is that sometimes that fire energy can be so much stronger than the love and light. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying look at those times when you feel your shadow, when you hear that intense self-doubt, self-loathing, the low self-esteem that says, what have you done? Where have you got to? How are you going to achieve that? Feel that energy, feel the power of it and transform it. Whether it's a rage, whether it's a passion, but use it to work with that energy in a positive way, because I believe in all of you, right? So the idea is that they work with that energy in a positive way, because I believe in all of you, right? So the idea is that then when you feel it, understand the thoughts that are associated with it and be aware enough to say, how can I change this? How can I tap into this so that it is an overflowingly positive, powerful, intentional energy that is going to take me to a higher place? Because that's another thing I can assure you, that if you are delving deep into that stuff, into finding the power in your shame, so that we can act from shameless power, that if you are able to be resilient, to not shy away from it, and seek help if you need the help, seek a healer, seek a spiritual guide, seek a book, seek a channel, whatever it is that will help you harness that power, because everything is energy. We might have the thoughts, we might have the feelings, but it is just energy. And if you can see yourself as the alchemist that can hold out your hand and say, what, hang on, this is powerful stuff I'm feeling. I'm not going to allow it to be limited to a self-esteem issue or a self-beration issue or self-judgment. I'm going to take that ball of power, I'm going to take that dragonfire energy, and I'm going to feel it in the very depths of my belly, and I'm going to bring it up through my heart, and I'm going to use it to change, right? So in my instance, I need to move my body when I get that feeling. I have to go out for a run. I have to really jump it out, dance it out, whatever it is, even yell it out, but move it. And in moving it, you are opening up this channel that allows that force, that powerful energy to come through and wash out and filter out anything that's coming up for work. Hi, Lauren. Right? So the power of love for self at this point in time has to be greater than the love for others. And I'm not saying don't go and love others, right? The love and light the blessings. But if you're sitting with resentment, with irritation, and you're wishing everyone namaste and smiling sweetly at them, that's not where we want to be. I want you to look at that and say, why am I irritated? Why am I frustrated? What is it that I'm missing? What is it that I need to drop? What is it that I need to change? And face that shadow head on. Because if you can do that with bravery and courage in your heart, I promise you, where we are now, that energy can be transformed into something that is going to drive you forward. So if you're at a place where you're feeling like I need to do this and drop that, absolutely go with it, right? Because the dragon energy leading up to and before the 10th of June, the solar eclipse new moon, where it's a new start, is asking you to use that strength, to use that power, to burn away any feelings of self-doubt, of unworthiness, of, you know, all of those things that us humans deal with, right? Because we are experiencing many aspects of ourselves as we work with a multidimensional field. So on one day, I can feel like the spiritually divine being that I supposedly am. But the next day, I can feel so deeply human that actually I don't even want to be in this body, right? Because that's also truth. It's like, what is this heavy thing that's lumping me around? And make no mistake, I love my body because it can take me walking, it can take me swimming, it can do all of those things, even if we're trying to adjust for menopause. But anyway, that's a talk for another day. But we are experiencing all of these aspects as we move and we shift, and we have to honor each one of them so that you can harness the energy of the shadow work that we are really tapping into, right? And as we move and change, it is going to become more important to hold those reins, to be resilient. Because when I was meditating earlier, get guidance. Shall I speak about this? What do you want me to cover? The Joan of Arc energy came in, right? She wasn't all love and light. She got on a horse and she charged forth and she held a battle. Now, while I'm not advocating war, because please God, we need more peace than ever before. But the war is just an analogy for the fact that we've got to take that. And we've got to change and we've got to move because it is going to require hard work. It is going to require resilience. And again, if you're not up for that challenge, it's fine. No one's forcing you to do it. It's free will. So you get to choose. But if you are on the path of spiritual awakening, self-care as much as possible because it is going to be busy. It is going to be hard work. Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc. I see you, Whitney. So the point is that, and I'm just reading my notes, each time you go deeper into the stuff, it is going to feel harder and you're going to be, why am I feeling this more than ever? Before it might have come up, and I use the analogy of cycles, right? We go through circles, but as we circle through the same issue, we are climbing. Now it is much more intense. As the embodiment of that soul energy comes in and we get into the deep stuff, it's going to feel more intense each time. But when it does feel more intense, then just put your head up and say, thank you. I see now what my work is. And I have the ability to transform that energy into a power that will hold me on my path or guide me for when I need to alter path, for when I need to change, right? It is all about this heart field, the awakening, the all-seeing eye. And you've got to listen to that now. We're in a time where that is the only thing we need to be listening to. And our head might mutter things, and like this morning, after a number of dreams, of course, my head was in a whole lot of places. But to bring that back down, what is my truth? What do I want to do? Who do I serve? What do I need to move, right? It takes courage and determination. And I see you all, and I am here with you all. And I know you can all do it, right? I know that. And then the big thing is compassion for self, is looking at that funny, angry, irritated, moody person and understanding, well, that is also an aspect of me. And that's okay. And feel out that mood, work with that mood, of course, without intentionally harming anyone in the process. But go and scream it out, write it out, jump it out, dance it out, whatever it is that you need to move that so you can bring in the life force. Because we are moving to a place where we're going to be asked to work with ourselves energetically pretty much every day. So every day, if you can commit to some time in solitude, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be meditation. You can be walking up the forest, you can be riding your bike, you can swim in the ocean. Use nature. Nature is very supportive at the moment. But get to know yourself in a much more deeper way. Be non-judgmental of that self. Laugh at that self if you need to. Cry with that self if you need to. But understand that the dragon power energy is raging like a machine at the moment. And yes, you can ride that dragon and breathe fire and destroy a whole lot of villages in the process, which sometimes I suppose we feel like doing. Or you can sit with it and feel it and ask your heart, what do you want me to do with this energy? How do you want me to use it for my highest good and the highest good of the people around me? How do you want me to serve? Because that is what we're also being asked to do, is look at the ways in which we serve. And that service doesn't mean you have to change your whole life. It might just be that you do something different for a partner or a family member. But feel that passion, feel that anger, feel that rage, feel the power in that life force energy to move it through you to reach a place where you can feel completely centered and anchored in your truth, no one else's truth. This is your life. Your life is your gift. You have the ability, the choices, the accountability, the responsibility to make that gift your own. Don't let anyone take that away from you, because if you're living a life according to others' expectations, you are giving away your gift. And you're not being asked to do that right now. You're being asked to use that gift, to live that gift for the benefit of yourself and others in whatever way you choose to do it. So, we are living in interesting times. We are living in times where you are going to be called to be more and more authentic. If you speak your truth, speak with compassion, speak with commitment to self, speak with compassion to the other if you can, and hold in your heart the understanding that only you are responsible for your life and your life choices. And that in the blink of an eye, you could change that, even if it's deciding what to have for breakfast or changing your career. But you hold that power. And the more people we have anchored in their light, the more people we have speaking their truth from the heart, the higher the vibration, the stronger that force will be, and the more we will be speeding towards a time of change, because we are in that, make no mistake. Time is getting quicker and quicker, and we are only just at the beginning, so we need resilience. Make sure you have resilience. Make sure you have people around you that care for you. Make sure you do what you need to keep yourself strong. And this is not to make you feel scared or nervous, please. It's about owning your power shamelessly. Shame, such a terrible thing. Self-harm against me. That's how I always like to remember it. Self-harm against me. How am I harming myself? What things am I saying to myself? What habits am I holding on to? And use that dragon energy to just come in and shift it. Does it mean you're perfect every day? No. Does it mean you judge yourself when you do something that you think you weren't going to? No. Let it move through you, let it pass, and take each moment at a time, each day at a time. So I think that is the message that my guides wanted to share with you. I'm hoping in the live session, because that was the most important thing, that you get to feel this dragon energy that is running through me, And no, I'm not going to go burn down a whole lot of villages. I'm going to use it in the way I've been asked to use it. But in that use is my voice, is my sharing with you. And whether I have 10 views or 110 views, it doesn't matter. As long as the information reaches someone that makes a difference and it means something to you, that you can take it away and go and do something with you. That is my biggest hope. That I offer this to you with the intention for my highest good and healing, the energies I'm working with to reach you, so that you can be inspired to go and do the things you need to. Right? You are all conduits of energy, powerful energy. Feel that, open your heart, hold yourself in love. Because like I said earlier, and I'm going to finish with that statement, the power of love for self at present overcomes others. It is of a higher priority, because just those words imply that what we're doing is bringing in our energy. When we self-love, we harness our energy, we open our heart. I want you to fill yourself up with your own energy and shine as brightly as you can. So I thank you, all of those that have joined. Oh, beautiful Yasmin, haven't spoke for a while. All of those that have joined and all of those that will listen later on. I'm going to upload this video to all my Patreon community members that might be listening. I'm very grateful for having you. If any of you feel like you want to join our community, it is growing. It is a safe, powerful place. There is much healing happening, and I'll go deeper into my teachings there, and we have regular meditations. Anton, hello Anton, nice to have you here. So if you do feel a calling, I'll put the links below. I will continue sharing as I'm feeling guided to share. There is a lot coming through. And so if I can support you in any way, then please let me know. Be in touch. You're my community. You're my listeners, my viewers. I will support you in whatever way I'm guided to do. Thank you, Zoe. So I appreciate you all. I hope you have a blessed, blessed evening. Let's see what happens in the next few weeks and months, but hold those reins. Things are coming fast and strong, but I know you can do it. I know you can do it. So much love and blessings to you, from my heart to yours. Hi, Nicola. Thank you for joining. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week ahead, and let me know if there's any guidance you want on anything else. Bye for now.